Welcome to Nicholas Mee Company, otherwise known as Aston Martin Heaven. So when you're in a barn full of Aston Martins, it's tough to pick a favourite, like a chocolate box. Let's start with this. Vanquish Zagato Roadster, and this lovely brown hue, cream and brown interior, less than 100 built. Bit special, isn't it? Over here, just a run-of-the-mill DBS. Happens to be one of the rare manual gearbox spec options. Over here, Zagato Vantage. Lighter, more powerful, more fun to drive, challenging looking, but we're told it makes up for it behind the wheel. And over here, GT12, the ultimate previous generation Vantage, 600 horsepower, aero kit, and this lovely silver colour, lovely spec, silvery blue with the white highlights, orange calipers. That's a rare and expensive thing. Then over here, Vanquish, Vantage, DBS, another Zagato, because, you know, why have one Zagato when you can have two? Or indeed, a third Zagato. This one, race prepped, as you can see, knacker ducts, caging in there. It's got the interior of the standard car in it, put back in, so it's a bit more amenable on the road. Think of it as like a GT3 RS style Zagato. Speaking of race prepared, we also have V8 Vantage GT4 in some very evocative colours, and of course a race prepped DB4 as well. But that's not all they've got. Those aren't the jewels in the crown. These are. Arguably, two of the most special Aston Martins ever made, the 177 and the Vantage RS concept. When you say Cosworth engined Aston Martin hypercar, you'd probably imagine the Valkyrie. This was there 10 years ago with its 7.3 litre, 700 plus horsepower V12. It was the most powerful naturally aspirated engine in the world at the time. It's designed to be an exaggeration of everything that's great about Aston Martin in the design. The thing that you need to appreciate about the 177 and the thing that justified the £1.2 million price at the time is the details. So you see a 177 from a distance, you could be forgiven for thinking normal Aston Martin, normal Aston Martin. You get a bit closer and you see it's lower, it's wider. You get right up in person with it and you see through the back window, inboard suspension visible in there, no boot, carbon strut bracing there, and active aero where you'd normally put your luggage. So one of the things I first thought when they revealed this car back in 2009 was, where are the exhausts? DB9, V8 Vantage, DBS, they've all kind of got this chrome pipe coming out here. On the 177 you have to get down really low to see the four massive pipes coming out of the DBR9 inspired rear diffuser. And the sound they create is positively operatic. Then you come around the side, and if you want to get really nerdy, you focus on this here. On any other car, it would just be a piece strapped on with the wing mirror on it, but this single piece coming out of the door, it's not actually bolted to it or anything, it's sculpted that way. You can see there's no shut lines there at all. That is unbelievably expensive and difficult to do, but if you're building 77 cars at £1 million plus a piece, that's what you do. You have to get under the skin of the 177 to appreciate some of the details. So there's your 7.3 litre V12 engine. Not all of it's there, some of it goes back into the cabin there, front mid design. This bracing here is actually also where the air goes through. So the air comes through this, goes through here into here, so dual purpose design. And then obviously you can see the inboard suspension struts as well, and the juxtaposition between the glossy carbon and the nice chrome welded finish there. It's just a stunning piece of design. And then you open the door of the 177 It opens up in the traditional Aston outwards and upwards style. And then you've got a massive slab of carbon fibre and what they call the ski slope, which is a panel in the interior that comes all the way from on the dashboard and slopes down into the cabin there, and it's where you've got all your controls. The wheel is very Vanquish and the seats are tailored to every customer. This is an example of everything that's extreme about the 177. The grille is Aston Martin, but it's huge. The lights, yeah, very Aston in shape, but they're also part of an air intake. You come around the side, you have the vent that you'd normally find on the side of an Aston, but it's the entire size of the wing and it comes right up into the door. Then you go around the back, and yeah, you've got hips, all Astons have hips. It's just extreme Aston at its best. Now, by comparison to the 177, this Vantage might not seem as special in quotation marks, but this is in fact the one-of-one Vantage RS concept from 2007, designed to preview what it would be like if you stuck a V12 in a Vantage body. Engine in here is 600 horsepower, no cats on it, one-piece carbon fibre bonnet with vents integrated in here. The production car was an alloy item and it had the carbon fibre pieces inserted in the holes. 1500 kilos or so, production car wound up about 1680 up to 1700. It's just a more extreme vision for what the V12 Vantage was supposed to be. So in our game of spot the difference between V12 Vantage and Vantage RS, we begin at the back with the badge. That's a dead giveaway. Carbon work down here, brushed metal work here, fuel filler cap you might recognise from Vantage racing cars. The wheels made their way to production, I think. RS on the calipers. And then you've got brushed metal working down the side here, concept only, and again here. And then we finish with the massive carbon splitter and the tow hook. And of course, all the metalwork on the grille here. That's Vantage RS only, not on a V12 Vantage production car. So you open up that lightweight one-piece carbon bonnet and you see Vantage RS on this enormous carbon piece here that you definitely won't find in the V12 Vantage production car. All the cooling's different. You've got these white inlet manifolds, dry sumped 600 horsepower V12 engine. Yeah, 510 in the production car. Didn't quite make it. There's a lot less plumbing in here as well. Very concepty. Top mounts here from DB9. It's just less frippery in here really. So the cabin of the Vantage RS concept is a mixture between verification prototype and glitzy concept car. Obviously you've got these massive bucket seats and harnesses here, covered in this lovely lightweight Alcantara material. Full carbon dashboard with your controls here, not very glitzy, nor is this, showing your engine temperatures and precise revs and so on. And then of course you've got carbon piece in the door here, fabric door pull. It's all very race car really. Not quite how the V12 Vantage production car turned out, but still pretty cool.